What's going on, everybody? Mike here. If you'd like to join the ever-growing Fly Casual community, please take a moment right now to subscribe to our channel and share with a friend.
Like a thing.
Are we done sportsing?
Ep9?
Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to hold on. Let me look at my notes.
Well, I hope so. Comes out in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Mandalorian.
By the time this comes out, it comes out in like a week and a day and a half.
Oh, dang. I'm not prepared.
Episode 5. Oh, Rise of Skywalker. Okay.
Yay!
Yes.
Yay.
All right. So Rise of Skywalker leaks have been all over the place.
Lord Almighty, it's going to get spoilery up in here because they've taken leaks on top of everything.
Yeah.
Just
and
like Mike
actually,
just
if
did,
you
right?
are not interested in this portion, we are going to be talking potential leaks. They're rumors. They're not technically confirmed at this point, but chances are you might be hearing some stuff. And if you don't want to hear it, that might be a good time to tune out. So we're going to throw that warning out there.
See ya.
In other words,
That
blatant
said-
total spoilers.
Okay. So
But
You're
What's
gonna
your-
miss the best thing at the end of this episode.
Apparently.
So what's been going
That
on over the
Garrick's gonna
last
do.
few weeks is we've had actually for a few months now, we've had some leaks, and there's been a couple of Reddit threads where at least one person has
Classic
pretty
Reddit.
much outlined the entire thing based on his source, right?
Yep.
And like scene for scene, and people have kind of just dismissed it, not given it much thought. Now over the last few weeks, though, what's happened is we had one YouTuber of some sort claim that he has a source.
Ooh.
He threw his leaks out there.
Gross.
And then, of course, everybody jumped on him and, no, those leaks are no good and blah, 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 blah. Well, as it turns out, a third person has jumped in the ring now. So you got the Reddit guy, you got the one YouTube guy. Now you got another YouTube guy who's claims he has sources too. And
It's like a
people
menage a
started
trois of
noticing
leaks.
that all of these sources are kind of saying the same thing, maybe in a slightly different way, but sounds like that.
What if they're all each other's sources?
Oh, no. They're like the mainstream media.
They're like a source Ouroboros.
Well, that's why these would remain rumors and not confirmed, at least in my book. So.
Yep.
Anyway, so take all this with a grain of salt, but from what I've heard, everything I've heard so far sounds pretty convincing to me. So anyway, if you want to read the Reddit thread, we're not going to go through everything. There's just not enough time in the day to go through the entire thing.
It's so long.
It is an
but we
epic.
thought
You're
we
pretty
wanted
much
to at
reading the
least-
script without reading the script.
It would actually take you the length of the movie, so it might be accurate.
Yeah, sure. That makes sense.
So in the show notes, if you're interested, we'll have a link to the Reddit thread. Now, the two items that we wanted to hit on, which are probably the two biggest questions going into this movie. Of course, after seeing the trailer, we had the Palpatine laugh at the end of the first trailer. So everybody wants to know about Palpatine. And then, of course, after Last Jedi, remember, we all wanted to find out what Snoke, who he was and what he was about. And we were told our
I
Snoke
wanted to
theory
find that out
sucked.
before that, too. At the end.
Yeah, unfortunately. Well, apparently we get some Snoke information, too.
Ooh,
So
Snokey stuff.
So anyway, I guess, do you guys want to hit, what do you, I'll leave it up to you guys. You want to do Snoke first or you want to hit Palpy?
Snoke.
MP Palps.
Snoke.
All right. So the gist, and again,
Yeah.
if you go to petterkind.com and click on the show notes, I'll have the YouTube.
That's if you got the links correct.
I hope I do.
Big
I'll
if.
have
Dang.
the links there. And if you'd like, you can go check these videos out for yourself. See if they're pulling up. Yeah, they're pulling up.
Oh, by the way, you know who else wears a cape?
Who else?
Batman.
Chicken Man.
Chicken Man. Oh, he does?
Yes.
Giancarlo
It'd be
Esposito.
weird to show him feet only first, but I guess it's possible.
Yeah.
Giancarlo. It's Jean.
So the gist of the Snoke rumors.
Boba
is
Fett only
that-
wears half a cape, so it might not be him.
Snoke rumors, Mike.
Although he could have got a cape from somebody.
All right.
I still think it's Boba Fett.
Somebody drink Garrick.
All
Here's
right,
it. Mike is
so-
on a dial-up connection. Any joke we make, it takes him 30 seconds to hear and recover from.
That's right. It's ridiculous.
That's pretty good for dial-up.
Yeah.
AOL online, eh?
Hey, Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
So Snoke things.
Yeah, Snoke. So what do you think?
On dial-up and sound asleep, despite his best efforts. So the Snoke rumors are a tunnel of Snokes. Right? A hole of Snokes?
They're like a mirror where Snokes snap.
A pit of Snokes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that what a group of Snokes is called? A snorkeling of Snokes? A snorkel of Snokes? Perhaps?
What that?
He went to go pee again.
That's probably the case.
Okay.
But yeah, then the big thing coming is that early in the movie that Kylo Ren was going to go into a tunnel and there'd be a whole bunch of Snokes there. But the thing is, I'm getting so confused over what is part of the current cut and the previous cut. And of course, a lot of these YouTube videos start going, what I'm saying is from the most current cut because they'll have weird accents.
That's true.
What accent was that?
Exactly. I don't know. That was very much on purpose.
They have accents and you don't know where
you have no idea what they are. That's why I called them weird accents. They're recognizable accents. I would not think that. But yeah, I'm having trouble keeping it straight all the same. But the whole thing is that Snoke is here comes the potential spoilers, I guess. Snoke is a clone.
So near the beginning of the movie, apparently, and these are the parts that may be getting cut out, that whole Wayfinder thing that everybody's been talking about.
Yeah.
Apparently Kylo is after what's called a Wayfinder, and this Wayfinder takes him out to the outer regions. And when he lands, and this planet is called Exegol, and this is one of the things that is consistent among all the rumors. So there's going to be a planet called Exegol, and apparently this is where Palpatine is hiding out for some reason. And as Kylo has landed and is walking, he walks through a place that there's a bunch of cylinder containers, similar to what you saw on Camino. And he sees what appears to be
cylinders?
little Snokitos in the
that sounds good.
in the jars.
Snokito
in the jarro.
Little creatures, little people that are like taking care of these Snoke clones.
Right.
Oh, Baby Yoda.
What they call them? The remnants.
Remnants, I think, or something like that. The rejects, something. But basically, there's just like a whole Tantus of Snokes.
Oh, that's going back.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying. You got the fleet, the cold fleet out there hiding in space or whatever. Boom. You're talking about the Thrawn trilogy. You got, a big old pile of clones of somebody like Force users sitting around or whatever, being able to, boom, you're talking about Thrawn trilogy again. I feel like they're dipping into some of those things because somebody said, hey, there's good stuff here, you dicks.
Now,
you have some good source material.
What? No.
Here's the thing, though. JJ claims that he had, because people have asked him about this specifically, and he claims he has no knowledge of anything outside of the movies.
Well, I didn't say JJ has.
I don't know anything.
I'm not trying to paint a picture of JJ spending a weekend, in the boiler room of a library with Joe Pesci pouring through these things.
Although I want to see that.
I wouldn't mind. I'm just
Joe
saying
Pesci there?
Yeah, because school ties or something.
Family ties.
Family ties. That's what it was.
Oh yeah, he was boner.
Yeah, he sure was. He was boner.
God damn
it. Howie's laughing so hard my microphone is shaking down at the other end of the table. Okay. I feel like there's somebody of influence, maybe Filoni. Maybe it was Filoni's Dave, but he seems to be getting a lot more attention these days. But it feels, there are enough allusions to concepts from the EU going on now, which there have not been, in my humble opinion, up until now, very much of. Other than like Rebels, other stuff that Dave Filoni's been involved in, the Thrawn trilogy or the Thrawn books was on. Other than those, I don't feel like that's really, none of it has had that feeling of kind of like close authenticity to some of those concepts. I feel like we're getting kind of showered in them now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mandalorian.
I don't know. I mean, I'm going to have to see how this all, I guess, pans out and how it's executed. But what is clear to me, though, is, I mean, the whole Snoke versus Palpatine thing. After reading these things, it feels to me like the intent JJ had or would have had he done all 3 movies, would have had Snoke being the baddie throughout. But since Snoke was killed off in 8, which wasn't his decision, that, okay, now I've got to, how do I refit this? And I think that's where Palpatine, the idea of bringing Palpatine back, was born. Because I think to me, it made sense to just have Snoke be that guy, to the end.
Yep.
I mean, to me, Palpatine had his moment. I mean, and he was killed in Return of the Jedi. And I think in a perfect world, it would have remained that way. At least that's my preference.
Same time, Palpatine's the whole reason for the whole Skywalker story to start. So if we're going to call this a Skywalker saga, to me, it does make perfect sense that
I think that's a convenient explanation given the situation. and I'm fine with that.
I think what I'm saying is, I think that in, all bumpy road considered, I feel like that's a better place than we may have been if Snoke had been the ultimate big bad. Maybe. Because at the end of Force Awakens, who cared about Snoke? Then again, we didn't even know much about the Emperor at all at the end of New Hope. It's
still, unless they can execute this right, it's still going to rub me the wrong way that the sacrifice in Return of the Jedi that was made ended up being a nothing burger, because I think, and I don't know if this will end up, because a couple of these guys have claimed that some things have been edited out. And because at one point they were saying that Palpatine explains that because he was confronted by Kylo Ren and Kylo says, no, you died, at Endor. And the explanation from Palpatine, supposedly in quoting fingers, was that, well, no, that wasn't me. That was a clone.
Yeah, that particular line would piss me off no end.
The explanation is, well, I foresaw that Anakin would betray me, and that's why I wasn't.
I don't care.
Did you?
I think that's wrong on several levels. If that's the case, then why didn't you kill him?
He's trying to get a package deal with Luke.
But okay, I don't know that I still buy that.
No, I'm just giving a possible.
Well, I mean, you're making
I'm sorry
a lot
if I pack too much enthusiasm into my response.
The thing of it is with the clone thing too. I mean, we're making new assumptions about clones too, right? I mean, we had an established story mythos, whatever, about how the clones were produced and that they had to be grown, but they were their own individual personalities, that type of thing. Now,
like multiplicity.
We're saying if that's true, if the Emperor was a clone of himself on Endor, then somehow he's found a way to age it to exactly his age and has his personality and he can control. I mean, there's a lot of new things about clones if any of this is true. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
actually, the same thing applies to Snoke.
He had him bury a bunch of Star Destroyers out in the backyard for crying out loud. I mean,
maybe he was a clone from the very beginning. Probably knew about Camino. All
right, guys, here's my question. Was Matt Smith young Palpatine or Rey's dad?
That's the rumor.
Yes.
Oh, flashback Rey's dad for sure.
Both.
See, the rumors I heard was that he was going to be a younger version of Palpatine.
Yeah, well, and that's in the source material that you pointed us to for this discussion. Yeah. I saw that too, but I've also in the last couple of days seen a monster one about the supposed flashbacks with Rey's parents, which I feel like is a mistake.
Yeah,
but they've also apparently been either cut out completely or cut
supposedly.
Way down.
Yeah, right.
But it's at this point I'm hearing two different but similar variants of what the overall story is going to be. They have certain points that they all hit, or that both hit kind of the same way, but they're very, very different elements. Like who's playing what? What's the MacGuffin here?
They're trying to find out who the leakers are.
That could very well be. I mean, we heard that there were going to be counter leaks.
You remember on Game of Thrones when Tyrion was telling he was going to marry Marcella off to different people?
Yeah.
And then you found out who it was. That was great. Yeah.
That's what they should have done at Lucasfilm, clearly.
And then he married her off anyway, which was funny. To Dorne.
Yep.
Remember that?
That didn't turn out well for her.
She died.
Well, it didn't turn out well for most people.
I guess we've kind of turned the corner here and gone into the Palpatine discussion a little bit. So initially supposedly at the beginning of the movie, again, Kylo finds Palpatine and questions all of this, right? He sees this old guy.
Spider chair.
Yeah, sees an old guy in a life support, and he claims to be Palpatine, but Kylo kind of ignores him because he's just like, no, that's not. You're not
Professor
Palpatine.
X.
And he doesn't believe him at first, but at some point he brings him around and has him to believe, or makes him believe, and that's how we know that Palpatine is back, I guess. So, and then at the end of the movie, of course, they have the confrontation, and the details on the confrontation are still kind of sketchy to me because I've heard a lot of different things about team ups, and then it's not a team up.
Mm-hmm.
There was a belief for a good while there that it was literally the fanboy wet dream almost exactly, which is that all the Force ghosts come out.
Yes, that was one of the supposed endings, right?
Yeah, but
they formed Super Ghost.
Yeah, the current leak is nope. Yeah, the current leak is we filmed Hayden Christensen, but nope, we cut it.
Aw, Hayden.
That's the current leak, and I told Howie, I said, if that's true, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
Well, one thing also would piss me off is that somehow Palpatine can take out a whole fleet with Force lightning. But then Rey can still defeat him.
I said, this sounds like a JJ counter leak. They got out, they got a 24 case of beer.
Right, yeah.
They sat around and said, all right, guys, the goal tonight, we got to think differently tonight. The goal tonight is what is the dumbest horse crap we can gin up that sounds like something that drunk people thinks is cool.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what that sounds like.
People thinks.
Yep.
Yeah.
But as a part of that explosion, the Falcon's blown up and everyone dies.
Yeah, everyone dies on the Falcon.
Yeah.
Lando, Leia, R2, 3PO, somebody, your dog
Chewie
is probably there. Yeah,
it's
Chewie.
just way too out there to be true. I mean, that's
the thing.
beyond.
That sounds like a counter leak to me.
Yeah. What if Chewie's the Sith Lord the whole time?
Yep. And he takes out his suit.
Hiding in plain sight.
He unzips his Chewie suit, and it was Jar Jar.
It was Jar Jar the whole time.
And then Jar Jar unzips his suit.
And out steps the pit droid.
And then the pit droid unzips his suit.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
and it's old man Murphy, and he would have got away with it if it weren't for those damn kids.
It's old man Murray who owns a farm down the street.
You meddling Jedi. And he gets back in the Millennium Machine and flies off into the sunset.
And smoke's pouring out the back.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, let me ask you guys. Well, I guess, yeah. Let's just ask opinions here. I mean, does Kylo Ren survive this?
No.
Or is he sacrificed?
Nope.
He did.
He falls into a pit.
Yeah, at the very least, he's in a pit.
So that they can
mark my words. We've said it so many times on this podcast, people, for years. Kylo's getting pitted.
Sith and pit.
Pits. Yep. Even if you get close, you're pitted. That's how they get rid of it.
Even if you get
the
close.
void of space counts as a pit. By the way,
I'm going for an actual full on pit.
Well, it could be a pit into the void of space, but it's still a pit.
Not buying it. I'm just saying a pit, and you won't see him hit the bottom. It'll be
he'll land right next to his dad.
He's still alive.
And somehow that pit is still there on that planetoid that blew up.
Yep.
We found just a pit. And
just a pit survives.
Several
just like the
centimeters
Death
of
Star.
dirt around the pit.
Yeah.
The throne
Actually,
room
he put a
survived
portal
in the
down
Death
there
Star.
and put the other portal Put the orange portal down there and put the
I'm
blue
way too tired to start thinking with portal.
All right. So obviously Ray's going to survive this thing. I guess the big question is, does Ray defeat Palpatine on her own? Does she have help? Or is she just kind of tossed to the side and somebody else? What?
She defeats Palpatine on her own.
On her own.
But maybe like a Rocky Balboa, like pump up at some point.
So let me ask you this. I mean, the whole thing about Ray and the Mary Sue thing, I mean, is it going to be true then that really the reason that she is so force sensitive is that she's a Palpatine and that's it? Like, there you go.
No,
see?
yeah, that's why Luke Skywalker's and Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber called out to her because she's a Palpatine.
But no, she's really a Skywalker.
But she's really good at shit too. Is that just because she's a Palpatine?
I don't know.
She can shoot 3 TIE fighters with one shot, man.
At this point, I am so beyond giving a flying crap. Despite being on this podcast and dissecting all this, I'm not looking for justification. I'm looking for resolution.
At this
all
point,
I can tell you for
get me to the end.
certain, I know this for 100% certainty, this will not be as good as The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
I don't want to say 100% certainty, but I feel like I would
100% certainty, Corey. 100% certainty.
So,
yeah.
Well, gentlemen, we've crossed the 2-hour mark in this month.
What? This is supposed to be a short one.
Oh, and I didn't hit the record button, by the way.
Oh, shoot. That just happened. So let's tie this one off. Hey, go out to every damn thing that Mike's doing and subscribe.
Subreddit.
Subreddits. Post-Reddits. Pre-Reddits.
Postmates.
Go to Reddit.
If you haven't subscribed on YouTube, please go to subscribe at YouTube. I'm really trying to get there.
Ring the bell.
I just want to get to the first 100.
Tinder.
So it's hard to grow that YouTube base.
Only.
So help
we
us
got
out.
an account.
Zynga.
You wouldn't understand if you're city folk.
The rest of it, I don't care. Just help us grow the YouTube.
LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Grindr.
Geocities.com.
Hit our Angel Fire page, yo. We have the wickedest
baby.
gifts.
Podbean.
AOL homepage.
Etsy.
Pinterest. Oh, there are so many great cookies on our Pinterest page, you guys.
TikTok.
No, seriously, Discord though, because it's good.
Yeah, join the Discord.
Discord.
If you're having trouble
Discord's
finding
awesome.
that link, go to betterkind.com or hit up Twitter
And
at FlyCasual1130.
we have a very lovely active group.
Lovely indeed. Respectful.
It's fun.
And lovely.
It's respectful. It's fun. Some people participate, but guess what? If you don't want to, you can just come hang out and read.
We have
lots of lurkers.
We have lurkers.
We do.
And that's
Many.
okay.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, we have a good time and we chit chat and nobody's like pent up or trying to pull punch or stuff like that. It's just that everybody on our Discord is kind of nice. It's
Cool.
not
Everybody's
like the rest of the internet, you guys. Everybody's just kind of nice and respectful.
And you can have an opinion and you can state your opinion and you can disagree.
And you can crack jokes. And we have a section for dank memes.
Yes, we do.
Oh, it's so dank, dude.
So dank. It smells like
Dankest
mildew.
of the dank. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so dank the floor feels softer than it should.
Especially the
video
diabetes memes.
We actually just named the channel Mike.
Yeah,
That's right.
Dank Mike.
Thank Mike.
Dank Mike.
Mike likes the dank.
dankest.
In the meantime, do that. Go out, give us a nice rating on the podcast. We reach more listeners exactly like yourself. But it's time to tie this freaking thing off because I got a whole day of family stuff tomorrow. My name's Corey. Oh, there's somewhere's Mike.
2 hours.
Over there's Howie.
Hello.
Over there's Garrick.
You think about it, down deep, aren't we all really Boba Fett?
Yep.
Aren't we all?
Yep.
At heart.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Jelly.
Beskar jelly.
That would hurt your teeth probably.
That was not a mini ep. I'm just saying.
You get the like electric jolts for some reason.
That's
chewing on
the
metal.
jelly you put on the Beskar to make it shiny.
mega app.
Oh, Beskar jelly isn't jelly with Beskar in it. It's Beskar treatment.
Yes.
Okay. It's so like Beskar balm.
Yeah.
Like petroleum jelly, but Beskar.
Yeah.
You would not want to use Beskar jelly on your petroleum.
Or your toast.
Yeah. Do they have petroleum? If so, they should have had some in Last Jedi. It would probably fix the space gas problem.
Yeah.
Yes.